crazies out of the government. We need our Congress for everyone's benefit. The 1%, they just take what they like. We've got to show up and vote for our rights. So vote in November. Vote, a time to remember. Vote, don't be late. Vote, don't procrastinate. It's our country, our democracy. We can't afford mediocrity. If we do nothing, our hope floats away. Get up off of that thing when it's voting day.
Feel their head.
And
There's something amiss. There is something amiss.
Vote. Time to remember. Vote. Don't hesitate.
How in the hell y'all doing? I've been waiting on y'all. Ain't it a fine day, baby? I'm glad y'all are here. First one to jump in was Nancy Halverson, followed by Bart Larson. The remixtress is in the room, as is that smart-ass squaw. Thank you very much. And Dennis Utenreiner, Big Johnson, Tracy Tobias is in the room. Let me see here. Deborah Douglas, Jeff Curry's here, Keith Ellis, Bart Larson. Hey, there's Joe up in Ohio. Joe, how you doing? Hope Brother Steve's doing fine. Glad to see you there, brother. Lorraine Barrett is here. Curtis Wood, Bruce Preston, Jeanette Miller. Let me see. Mark Perkins. Did I say Mark Perkins? Suzanne Jarrett. Really, dear. Send me such pictures. I'm telling you. 12 foot tall. That's just rubbing it in, baby. Rubbing it in. Anyway, let me see who else is here. Keith Ellis is here. T.M. King, thank you for being here. Let me see, down here. Ooh, Nancy Halverson's here. Let me jump on down here before I lose where I'm at. Let me see. Jess Coggins is here. Everybody's here. I'm glad y'all are here. Whoa, what a day, baby. What a day it's been. I have been busy all day long with the highlight of my day, baby, is I went and voted today. I went down to early voting today. I even got to talk to one of the candidates' mother, Barbara Canales, who is running for county judge down here. I've been to many of her events. I'm just tickled to death to see her out there. I made a little video. I'm standing next to her sign. But I got to chat with her mama there for a little while. And it seems like they had a pretty damn good turnout yesterday and another big turnout today. And there were people that lined up at the booths when I went in. So the turnout is really kicking up, baby. We need to be proud that this election is drawing this kind of attention. I don't think that's Republicans, because they already put out the word about what don't early vote. Wait for voting day. Well, you go ahead and wait your ass off. I went out and voted today, and I feel good. The only thing that bummed me out is me and my son Tyler went, and we didn't get the I voted sticker. A lady told me to come back later on this evening or tomorrow. She'd remember me. She said, "Oh, I'll remember that beard," and she said, "I'll make sure you get your sticker." I said, "Well, all right." Well, I did kind of leave all bummed out I didn't get my I voted sticker. But regardless, we did go in and vote straight blue all the way down the ticket, baby. It made me feel good, made me feel proud walking out of there. My numbers in there, and that's what it's going to be, baby. It's going to be all about the numbers. We need to get our asses out there en masse. If you know somebody who's hedging, get their asses' attention. Just say, hey, this is the big one, baby. You're going to look back in your life and regret that you weren't involved in this if you don't vote, that you didn't step up and use your voice. And so, yeah, I'm going to do this real quick. Woo, man, let me get this up and running. Misha Chick, how are you, baby?
Good, John. It's raining here.
Oh, it's a beautiful day down here. I wish you had some of it.
Well, the temperatures were all right.
Now, see, it's bothering me. This is what bothered me, and I'm still looking. I don't see a single comment here from Facebook.
They're on there. They can hear you. So
that's what I'm saying. I'm going to my Facebook page, and I'm scrolling up there, and there we are.
Randy Peterson, Dorothy Tyndall, Kelly K. Duncan.
Not a single comment is coming through on my chat, and that's highly unusual.
They're all saying hello. Woo.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any of them. That's just bothering me. Maybe I need to refresh my chat button here. Oh, baby. So how's your day been?
All right. I've been thinking about a lot of stuff today, though.
What's that?
Well, I know we talk about, voting for the senators and the representatives, and we've talked about voting for the judges.
Everybody.
But there's a couple things that we haven't talked about.
Uh-oh. Pray tell, what have we not talked about?
Well, and I know you have them in your state too, but you have to vote for university regents and stuff like that, right?
Well, yes, we did have on my ballot, everything was straight down the ticket all the way down to the county, the county attorney and all that kind of stuff. And the only way you didn't know who was a Republican and Democrat on my ticket was when you got down to school board members.
Right, because they're nonpartisan.
Yeah, they're nonpartisan, and as well they should be.
And here we have the State Board of Education. There's seats up there. University of Michigan, Michigan State, Wayne State, and right down to, like you said, your local school boards and whatnot. But just recently, out west, and I'm sorry I don't have the thing in front of me, professors get tenure after a certain period of time,
right?
Which just means they can't just be fired because
they can't be fired on the spot. It's going to take a process to get them out.
Right, because of the way they teach or what they're,
right?
Because things aren't static, but
no, they have a tendency to flow.
Right, and the only thing that would, be then something that would get you fired is personal misconduct towards a student or something like that, or another faculty member, or, that kind of stuff.
Right.
Or murder. Murder might get you fired.
Yeah, murder might be the one.
Well, pay attention, though, because there are some governors trying to change that. Because how do you get rid of what people are teaching right down the line from universities to elementary schools or whatever,
right?
And get control of that? Well, you got to take away all of the things that protect the people that are in those positions. And tenure is becoming something that might not be protected anymore. They want to eliminate tenure. That's the start of it.
No, I don't know if I'd agree with that.
Yeah,
because that opens the door to, if they don't like what you're saying in your classroom, they'll just fire you.
Exactly.
And that's not.
Now they're claiming that's not the way it is, but it just happened. It just happened out west, and I think there was 30 professors were let go.
Right.
Yeah, and I'll try and get more info on that.
Yeah, if you don't toe the line on what we want you to teach, well, you won't teach here.
And they're claiming, that's not what it is, but that's what it is.
That's what it is. So,
yeah.
Hey, let me give a shout out to that smart ass squad. I did see, darling, where you went and your trip to the cancer center went well, and I think you did your last treatment. Now she goes back once a year. So a big shout out to Smart Ass Squad, Martha. We're so happy for you that everything is going well. Keep up with the pace, baby. Keep up with the pace. Take care of yourself and do what they say. Ooh, I almost didn't make it on here myself today. And I am still really struggling. I want you to know that. So if I might feel a little...
You feel like you're doing 80 miles an hour?
No, I had a rough experience this morning. One that I haven't had since... I was telling my son earlier, since I was about 16, 17 years old. You know what... I'll explain what happens. You know what happens when you cough. Go ahead and cough.
Right. Yeah.
What's the first thing you do right before you cough? You take that deep breath right in.
Right.
That deep breath. Well, this morning I had just poured me a good steaming hot cup of coffee, and I had about half my mouth full of a good sip, and all of a sudden I had to cough, and when I did, I sucked an awful amount of coffee down into my lungs, which set off a chain reaction, which had happened earlier this morning, that I'm still not over with yet. I can still feel my chest. It's just still very, like it's hard to take a breath or something. It still hasn't worked its way out of there. I filled my lungs up with coffee this morning.
That's not.
Rose
That's not the way to ingest your coffee.
No, Rose was one number away from hitting 911 and calling them. I could not catch a breath for a long time, and I'm still kind of wore out from it. So if you hear me struggling with just making conversation, it's a little bit of a struggle today.
Well, you might have burned a little bit of something there. With that
That's
hot
another
coffee.
thing. It was very hot coffee. I like my coffee hot. Yeah. I was fixing to say my favorite line from a song. I like my women like I like my coffee in the morning and steaming hot. Anyway.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck with that. That's good. Anyway, boy, howdy shit. But yeah, it's been a rough day, but I went and voted. Tyler and I went and got our flu shots. Got my my COVID booster. One on each arm.
You're going to feel like shit tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to feel like shit tomorrow. So yeah. But I told Tyler, I just feel like I'm out doing my civic duty today. Voting, getting my flu shot, getting my COVID shot, doing all the things that we're all supposed to do as citizens. So we protect each other. Yeah. Stop putting coffee in your pants to get into the movies, John. Well, I think I would have rather had it gone in my lap than where it went, but anyway.
Well, maybe not. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. That's debatable. Depends on your threshold of pain, I guess. Anyway.
How high you can jump.
Huh?
Or how high you can jump.
Yeah, or how high you can jump. How fast you can move, indeed. No, it's been a great day. I got a lot done today, and I felt good about when I talked to Barbara Canales' mother, who was working the line, holding a sign for her daughter out there. I was just lucky to run into her. And she was telling me about the turnout. And she says she only had a couple instances where people drove by frowning at her. You know, like, no. You know, most of them, she said she was getting thumbs up for Barbara Canales. So I got high hopes. She's our county judge now, and I hope she continues in that capacity. She's doing a great job, and I want to see her stay there. Johnny Fly, how are you, brother?
I'm doing good. How are you, sir?
Not worth a shit, brother, but I'm hanging in there. What else are you going to do?
Well, I was going to say, when you breathe next time, don't breathe in coffee. That's
no, I do not recommend it at all, man. You know, it's still bothering me. Just let me throw this out there. I'm still not getting any Facebook comments. So if you're watching on Facebook, I don't know what happened. Probably has something to do with the Restream software I'm using or something, but I'm not getting any of the Facebook chats.
Okay,
So,
well, I'll let you know if there's anything good.
Yeah, let me know. Can you see them?
I can, yeah.
I didn't pull it up. I'm going to pull it up now, John. Hang on.
Some of them are watching Beto and Joy Reid right now on MSNBC.
Yeah, Beto was just, I was just going to say.
Yeah, on Joy Reid?
He was on MSNBC. Now, there's some woman on, I'm not sure who that is. Dark brown hair, talking with I don't know who the lady is, the host, but she's got blonde hair. She's African American.
Let me see if I can. Oh,
Joe Garcia went and voted today too.
who did?
Joe Garcia, your friend Joe.
Oh, look at there. I can see the comments on Facebook now, but oh Lord.
Can you see him on? Can you see it on YouTube?
No, I have to lean over and read my iPad to see him. I know John and Carolyn Majestic are out there. Where? Oh, come on, man. Terry Myers is watching. Thank you very much. What happened to comments? What happened to the freaking comments? Come on, man. Are you shitting me? There they are. Dorothy Tyndall, Joe Garcia. Hey, Joe, how you doing? Carolyn and John. Justin Pennington, Kelly K. Duncan, Douglas Schuff. Oh, man, everybody's there, man. I can't.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can. I can't
There's
see it
19
there.
or 18 of them on there now.
Outstanding. I just got to see if maybe I can pull something here on Magic in front of me and go there.
Randy says, "Woo pig."
Woo pig, Randy. I'm going to try to pull it up on my where it's in front
Joe's
of me, where
waving.
the writing would be a little bit. Who? Who waved?
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can see it.
All right, let me
Joe's
see.
waving at you. He said.
All right. All right, let me see. Give it just a second here. Comments.
Well, while
How do
you're
you see the
doing that,
comments?
maybe I can.
Yes, please do.
I can just remind John, the people, don't forget to hit the like button.
Yes.
Help
Oh, come on, man. Don't make me get dead air here while I have
Well-
my phone in the damn thing trying to see the comments.
Hey,
Well, we'll
There's
just say
my-
hello to
my-
a few of
my-
them then.
my
Go ahead, Johnny.
there's my Joe.
Oh, you're cutting out.
The live video has ended.
I just wanted to.
No.
I have.
It's still live on mine.
Well, Lord have mercy. I am just beside
Uh-oh.
myself
Mine.
trying to figure out.
And John, we're only getting every couple of words out of Johnny Fly.
Oh, you know something?
Yep.
I'm looking over at my OBS over there, and it's just flashing red, which means my signal is not very good.
Oh.
That's part of it. But I am live on Facebook.
Yeah?
Right. Oh, wait. See, insights. Is that comments? No, that's insights. Where's the show the comments button?
And they're all saying you're okay on Facebook, so
Yeah,
whether
it just bothers me because normally the software I use, oh shit! See, it's distracting to me. I'm just gonna have to not do that.
yeah, just don't look at it.
Yeah, because it is. It's distracting. I'm so sorry for everybody on Facebook that I cannot see the chat.
We'll say hello to Terry Myers from Illinois.
Yeah.
And
Call
Justin
them out, Miss
Pennington's
Chick, if
on.
you can. You know,
Doug Schuff. Yeah.
good.
William Allen White. Deb Corbin.
How am I sounding now? Can
Jay
you hear
Clayton.
me okay?
Just like your
Yep.
terrible usual self.
Loud.
Oh, good. Then that means I'm good. I wanted to let you know, John. I'm not sure if you ever heard of it. What is it now? Is it Tony Michael show or something like this on Midas Touch? Well, I got on there, chat for a little bit, and you came up in discussion. I mentioned you to everybody there, and I said, you get a chance, come on over and check out the Blue Dot in Texas.
Well, thank
I
you.
gave the times when you come on. Yeah, you're welcome. So if we get any new people, it could be from the Midas Touch.
Well,
Oh.
One of the
I
it's
check
called
them
the
out all
Midas
the
Touch
time. Are you
Network.
shitting me?
Yeah,
They're
well,
always on top of shit. You know.
Yeah, well, the one guy got on and said, "Oh yeah, I know John. I listen to him all the time." So,
Well, we appreciate
and
that.
also, somebody sent me. I don't know if you got it too. J.H. Lawrence sent me that you do the the songs that he sang.
John Lawrence.
Yeah, John Lawrence. Yeah, he did a video. Keith sent it to me, as a matter of fact. Keith Thompson.
Really?
Very good. He praised you up also. He said you're doing
I
good.
ain't seen it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, if I find it,
Send it to me.
I'll post it.
Post it in the
Yeah,
Discord.
but it was
thing.
on my it was on my Facebook thing. If I
He's
open
a
up too
great-
many,
Yeah. I keep, every time you mention him or David Robinson, I swear this picture pops in my head. All three of us with our long white beards, with ZZ Top sunglasses on. All three of us, we would look. To me, that picture just keeps popping in my head. John is a fantastic guy. John Lawrence, the guy that sings the music that we begin the show with, and recorded a song about me that it just blew me away. But he's got quite a few albums out. His music is just really fantastic. You can find him on Bandcamp.
well, I think it's on YouTube, John.
Oh, I didn't know he was on YouTube.
Well, John.
See all this shit happen? Nobody tells me
He
shit.
was on YouTube when he did this. He it looks like. I think it was. Well, he was in his car talking, and I'm going to see. I know Keith Thompson sent it to me. I'm going to pull up my. I hope it doesn't cut me
Yeah,
out if I had too many windows open. Every time I do that, either my mic cuts out or I cut. But I'm waiting for it to load.
Yeah.
If I find it and I get a link, I will. What do you want me to send it to a main discussion, or
Yeah, just put it in the main
Which is it?
discussion.
Which one do you
I'll
want?
pick it up there.
if I find it, where do you want me to send? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, I'm waiting for mine to take it forever to load. I have to see if I can get it first.
Well, if
But
you
yeah,
get that
he
done,
and
that'd be
he
great.
even said, "Oh, I'll do my best." He said, "Yeah, he feels like he's family now and everything. I'd like to think I'm part of the family." I'm, well, of course you are. I wrote him back.
I've told them.
I
I've
said, "Of
told
course
people all.
you
You don't
are."
even have to know about this show. If you're a Democrat, I consider you a blue dot, baby. You're a blue dot, and it takes a lot of blue dots to make a picture, and we're making a hell of a picture. Ardessa.
I got another.
Hi.
Well, I got another lady called me today, and she said your ballot should be on the way. I said, "Listen, ma'am," I said, "I already voted, and I voted straight Democrat," and she was happy too. So
Thank you, Dancing Warrior.
How you guys doing?
Not worth a shit. How are you?
I guess.
Hi, Ardessa.
Not worth a shit either, but
Yeah. How's
I have
Dan?
good news.
What? Good.
He's not doing great. He's got a
Oh.
cold.
Oh, that's bad.
But I was at the cancer center yesterday also, and
And
my follow-up was good news. No
outstanding.
cancer. I go back in another 3 months
Outstanding,
and
Ardessa.
do those follow-ups.
That is good news, darling. I'm glad to hear that.
But I do got a little bad news too. I lost 30 pounds and I shouldn't have.
Uh-oh.
Well, now
So they're gonna check that out, see
Just-
what's going on with that.
eat more. Eat more.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know what
Eat
else
more
to do.
cake.
Lost 30 pounds. I'll have another piece of cake. It's a wonder I
Yep.
don't weigh 300 pounds. I eat a lot of,
I wish I could eat stuff like sticky buns and all that, but being diabetic, it sucks.
Yeah.
I eat a lot of sweets at night, either peanut butter and jelly toast with milk or
Rub it in,
Hostess
John,
Twinkies
rub it
with
in.
milk. I use the excuses as I'm drinking milk. So I'll go in there and have something
Milk,
sweet
yeah.
so I can have a glass of milk. So
So, John,
works for me. Yes, dear.
Facebook is screaming. They want to know if you watched Death Santis fail last night.
I did not get to see it. I saw it on the replays. I saw the part where he stands there like an idiot, not saying anything, like just dead air. Like, let's
saw
don't
too,
answer
yeah.
that question. And I think the question was about, are you going to run for president? Why are you running for governor? And in 2 years, you're just going to quit the job and run up to run for president. And besides that, if you're going to run for president, you ain't going to be very busy with Florida in the next 2 years, are you? You're going to be campaigning
Well, and he's
for president.
he's one of the ones trying to take tenure away too. Know that.
Well, you know what I did notice
Figures.
about that is Ron DeSantis coming out and saying that he was going to lift taxes on anything to do with babies, baby food, baby carriage, a bassinet, whatever it is to have to do with babies. We're going to take the taxes off of that, and I'm not going to tax pet food, pet supplies. And I'm thinking, oh, listen to you. Welcome to the socialist side of life, you asshole. Now he wants to wait till he jump up there and just start throwing people out. You know people love their animals. Sure, you give them a tax break on the dog food, cat. I'm going to, if I would appreciate if they did that. As much cat food as I buy.
Not enough, though.
Not enough.
So they tax food in Florida?
I guess they tax baby items and pet food. But because he sat up on the stage there and said that he was going to do away with that.
Pet food I can see, but
and
yeah.
I'm thinking, well, you socialists, I'll bet you hiding as a Republican. Look at that shit.
Well, you know, they're not a big state full of babies, let me tell you.
No.
I mean, they probably go through a lot of diapers down there.
We
but
have a
not
lot of
the
blue
little
dots in
Sunday school.
Florida. Florida is a lot like Corpus Christi. If you look on the map, we're just about at the same latitude down there. So we enjoy much the same kind of weather.
Well, it's not weather; it's the retirees that have flocked there.
Yeah, we have our share, but no, they get a lot more of them in Florida. We have our
Yeah.
share down here, but not nearly the. We have what
New
we
York,
call
no.
the winter Texas. That's what we get every year. They're here every year, and
You get
there's
snowbirds.
yes, snowbirds.
Snowbird, yeah.
People come down
Snowbirds
from
is what we
North,
call 'em.
South Dakota, and everything. They get their ass all the way down here and bask in the sun in the
Minnesota.
summer, in the winter.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
yeah,
I wish I could do that.
well,
Well, at least John,
come on
you
down,
you
brother.
helped
You're
me
in
to-
that area that needs to
Wish I could
leave.
too.
Hey, you let me down that one year. You let me down there so I could enjoy it. So I appreciated that.
And that was late in the season, wasn't it? I can't remember what month it
That was November 12th.
November, that's right.
12th.
Yep.
Yep.
And
November.
It was nice weather. I remember being in short sleeve out there.
I remember sitting outside and I said, "Now, John, this is exactly what I want for the whole winter."
Yeah. Well, we had a
Yeah.
beautiful day today. That little shot I shot down there at the election place, and the one I did, is, talking to the old boy with the flags. Oh, by the way, we've had beautiful skies the last few days. Oh, by the way, did y'all see the
By
video
the
of me
way.
stopped on the side of the road and the guy selling the flags?
Yes.
Okay. That place is where my son works. That's the store
Okay.
where my son works. He wasn't at work at the time I stopped. He didn't go in until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's a little bit earlier. So, anyway, I come home and I tell the story, and the whole story, even after I stop videoing, when I go to leave, me and him getting a shouting match about fuck you and all this shit. Anyway, I come home and Tyler goes to work, and then after a while, I don't know, several hours later, I have to go to the store. And Mama came up with something. I had to go get something. And so I go up there, and the truck is gone. And and so I walk in the store, and my son's behind the counter. I asked Tyler, I said, what happened to the old boy outside? And Tyler says, I had to go run him off. I said, really? And I said, what the hell happened? He said, well, the landowner came in, which is not the store owner. It's the guy that owns the property. It's I'm not going to say his name because he's running for an office down here. I don't know how he would feel about me. Anyway, they're a prominent family in this neighborhood. He came in the store and told my son, no. And my son knows who he is. He said, this ain't working. Get him off the property. And so Tyler was the one that had to go out there and tell the old boy that, hey, I'm sorry, buddy, but you're going to have to pack up your shit and go. And the guy kind of bellowed a little bit about what for, and he said, the guy just don't want you out here selling this stuff on his property. That's all there is to it. And so he had to leave and everything. But, yeah, I came home telling Mama, hey, my boy got to run his ass off. Shit, yeah. Go ahead, Johnny.
By the way, John, AdStar Actual has his hand up, number one.
Oh, I can't.
And number two is I did post John Lawrence on main discussion, so you can watch
there
it.
you go. I appreciate that very much. Let's see if we can
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
DJ has it up,
AdStar
too.
in.
get. Yeah.
Okay.
There's
Howdy,
Asgard.
everyone.
How you doing, brother?
Hey,
Hey, Asgard.
I just woke up from a nap, and I'm not exactly. I woke up to a computer bit of fuckery, but that's it.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, the program I use for all my video games, Steam, just deleted the one entire directory from my computer without deleting the games, but it won't let me add the directory back. Which means
That's
90.
weird.
Yeah, like 90% of my video games are stored on a separate drive in my computer for
Yeah, I
efficiency's
understand
sake.
that. Yeah.
And it just decided while I was taking a nap to suddenly delete that entire drive from the directory, but not delete the games.
My goodness.
And now I'm trying to figure out what exactly my computer ate, or what exactly file within Steam my computer corrupted.
Do you have a hammer?
I'm not taking a hammer to a $3,000 gaming computer.
Hey. You don't
Hey,
know,
John,
but it might work.
reimbursed,
If
yeah.
the right tap in the right spot with the right emotion, you never know what could happen.
Yeah, it never works. Yeah.
It
never
never
worked.
John will reimburse you. Don't worry, you can smash it with the hammer if you want.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's a
Yeah,
lot. Oh, that's bad.
Well, that's part of what life happens, you know.
DJ
I don't know.
Mosley has his hands up too, John. If you want to bring him in, I don't know.
Yeah. Let me. Aussie Dave, how are you, brother?
Unmute, Dave.
Oh, Dave's on mute.
Oh, there's
As-
Dave.
Aussie Dave, how are you, mate? Well, let me say this. As usual, America doesn't disappoint me. It
No,
does
brother.
not
We
disappoint.
try hard. We're trying hard, brother.
I see there, the first thing I see on most of the news stations, voter intimidation has already started at the voting boxes, the ballot drop boxes. Men sitting there with guns and their utes and their, intimidational way.
That's
I mean, this is
exactly
a
what
joke.
it is. That's exactly what it is. They're trying to intimidate
Welcome
people
to
from coming up
America.
and dropping off their. Oh, I wish they had one here. Oh, I'd just love to walk over in their face. What are you doing, buddy? What the hell are you doing? Trying to scare people? I would. I'd be,
Yeah, that's that
I'd be in
question.
somebody's face for that shit. That's just sad.
They asked
One
that
thing
question of these guys, and they said, "Oh, we're just getting some vitamin D, some sun rays and stuff and shit,
Yeah.
and having."
Yeah, midnight. I
Yeah,
don't-
right.
Yeah, midnight with your sunglasses on, with your little mask over your face and your camo and your bulletproof vest, all that kind of shit that just makes everybody feel so fucking comfortable. It's bullshit,
And I was
and it's
very-
the most anti-American bullshit they can pull, the Republicans.
Yeah,
Pulling
it
that
is. It's
kind of
terrible.
crap. Trying
Hey,
to
John?
intimidate.
I'm very pleased to see that they polled the American people, and they said, "Oh, the polls. 71% of people believe democracy is at risk this
I
election.
saw that.
What?
I
Only
saw
7% think it's a problem."
Yeah, just
Oh,
conscious.
Lord,
I'd be
they
just
need
like
to
you.
vote.
I'm so scared. What the fuck are you
That
doing
would be
sitting
both
here?
sides of the fence agreeing.
It is nothing but voter intimidation. This is the reaction of the right from Donnie the douchebag. We have to answer that because it is a threat to our democracy, and the more we learn every freaking day about this bullshit, it's not going away until we stomp it out, baby. So it is this. We can't stress that enough. I had a whole discussion up there by the voting about how important this. As a matter of fact, I was talking to the lady that gave me the shots, and she promised me she was going to vote. Anyway,
What shits me off is I got so excited. I stayed up till 4 o'clock Australian time to see Merrick Garland's great announcement. Like I got this notification. Merrick Garland speaks at 1:30 Eastern time America,
Yep.
which is 4 o'clock Australian time in my area. So I'm waiting up, and Chinese spies. Fucking what? What's this the best you can give me?
Well,
Chinese
I
spies?
But
went to
hang on
look
there,
for it.
guys.
I kept waiting for it. Somebody said it was going to be a big announcement about the national security or something, and
Read between the lines.
yeah, I never saw
Yes.
anything.
Very
saw it.
carefully read between
We have to
the
be
lines.
careful of what you see, because I did
Well,
see the
he's-
tweet that proclaimed this thing, and
He
Dave?
stated, he being Merrick Garland, and I can't remember the other guy's name, but he stated that he will not, they will not. Oh, my words are failing me.
Got an echo.
Operate.
it
They
happens
will
to me
not
all the time,
tolerate
baby.
any of this kind of fuckery from anybody, be it a state actor or even one of our own people.
Anybody.
They're pretty much saying, we're watching, we've been working on this one for 2 years at least. The China
Well,
one.
I
One thing,
understand that.
one thing I'm concerned about on the note of the poll watchers that you keep hearing about is that one of these days someone is going to get up in their face that's on the left side of things. They're not going to take it very well, and they're going to shoot a motherfucker.
Well, that's the fear.
That's what I'm worried
Whether
about.
somebody's going to get shot on either side. And that
That's
is
what they want.
what could be more un-American than showing up at your polls trying to be intimidating to other Americans coming to exercise their right to vote. You want to stand out there and be a jackass like you're some protector of liberty when you're the one threatening it.
It's like a version of road rage.
Yes.
There was
Yeah.
a lady who was outing them with her camera. She was outing the
I saw
people
that.
sitting there watching the polls. Did you see
Yeah.
that video?
Yes, I did.
I
He
seen
went
that.
up
Yes.
and took pictures of the poll watchers and then
And
took
that's what
pictures of
everybody
their
should do.
license
You
plates.
see one of these people, whip your camera out.
Yep.
Don't
Well,
get
they
don't
jumped
get
her.
into confrontation
They
with them.
jumped her.
Just start filming them.
Oh,
One
and,
woman who was there, a poll watcher, jumped her and
and,
started pushing her and fighting with her.
And a bit of good news.
I'm
I
ready
just
for good
fixed-
news.
Oh,
I just fixed my issue. Apparently, it was a single text file with a corrupted character, and it caused the entire issue.
Well,
Cool.
got that
Easy
fixed. That's
fix.
good.
That was good.
Outstanding.
Yeah,
Yes.
it uses a library.vdf file to keep track of everything, and it corrupted the the two dots after the D in a drive directory.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it
Yeah.
says like C double. I forget
Yeah.
what the
It's
two
a
dots
colon.
are.
C
Colon. Okay.
C colon.
Right. It corrupted that into a semicolon.
Oh.
You're
Don't-
pretty much
Don't
flying
don't
above a
know
lot of us.
a dot from a comma.
Yeah,
That's not the
yeah.
whole thing.
check this periodically on your computer, and check this will find corrupted files. There's a lot more.
Yeah,
it's
listen,
just- It was just
We're
one
not a
little
computer. We're not
character.
a
It was one
Sorry,
little
mate, go on.
character. Yeah, it was just one little character in maybe a 5-line file that was less than a kilobyte. That this thing.
I was going to
corrupted.
say,
They're pretty-
we're not a computer show, but I want to go on to this little item. I want to go on to the fact that you see how Mr. Bannon was sentenced to 4 months jail. I have the
Yep.
words from the judge. Mr. Bannon, I sentence you to 4 months imprisonment. Now, Mr. Bannon, where would you like to go and when would you like to turn up? Take your time. I'm sure Trump and yourself have to get together on making your appeal. Now, Mr. Bannon, would home detention work out better for you maybe in the long run? But I want you to go home and rest up and get your defence ready and feel free to go along and destroy the country with your mate Trumpy.
Yeah.
Good luck to
Anything
the
else
wife
we
and
can help
kids.
you with?
Exactly.
That's
And
exactly
that's
the way
how-
I felt,
that's how-
Dave. When
Yep, me
would
too.
anybody else down here on this rung in the ladder down here at the bottom go in front of the judge, get 4 months, and then the judge says, "Well, go home and think about it. We'll think about picking you up later." No, that bailiff's going to come right out of the court, put you in handcuffs. You're going to go right in the back and go to jail. That's what the judge said. That's what the sentence was. But we don't live in that world, baby. We
I don't think
have
he's smart if
lawyers
you
out the
appeal.
wazoo to sit there and file an appeal and do everything the legal way. The legal way. But
Well, won't he get a different judge if he appeals, John? If he does, that might be bad.
it
For
could,
him, at
it
least.
could be. I would imagine it's going to go to another judge. If he's,
I'd take
he's
the
going,
first
he's
one to
going up
do
to the
bye-bye
circuit
and,
court, I
you
would
know.
imagine. Huh?
And if it goes up to
Sometimes
something,
appeals
really
put up in
I
people's
mean-
faces.
couldn't they change the sentence if they think it's too light? If another judge,
Yeah, I don't think
I would
that's
have
Maximum,
another judge.
the
He deserves
maximum
2
is
years.
6 months. The maximum is 6 months he can
6
get for it
months,
right
yeah.
now.
No,
I'm led
the
to believe.
maximum is actually 2 years. The maximum is 1 month
Well, I
to
heard it
12
was
months
6
for
months.
each count. That's 2 years.
I heard it was 6.
I heard it was
Well,
6 months.
another place that said it was 1 to 12 months on each count.
And
And
one
then you can
thing
get
that
back
really,
to
He
but
didn't
even
get
that, a
enough.
year would
How
be
about
better than
that?
4
He
months.
did not get enough. In my
and,
book.
That's right.
He didn't get enough.
What
and,
is-
and what, he
if
got
it
a
was a year, I'd take that over
$6,500
what he got.
fine. It could have gone up as high as $200,000. So he didn't even get as much of a slap on the fucking wrist. What he got is the whiff of the wind as it went by and missed his hand. That's what he
Yeah.
got. And that's
John?
what it looks like to me. So yeah, all this bullshit about he gets acquitted, gets to stay home. Fuck that. Put his ass in jail.
Yep.
Make a statement. Because we need to
John?
start. Yes, sir.
one thing that really scares me about all of this is one thing that people don't realize, and this is something I saw for myself when I was in the military, is the breakdown. Governments, people, and situations like this, in situations like this, governments don't lose their legitimacy by miles, they lose it by inches. And all it takes is small things to completely destroy the legitimacy of a government, usually within the legal framework.
The way I look
Asgard,
at it,
right now, the
democracy
rod is
dies
in the
in a
judiciary.
quiet room behind
Go ahead,
closed
John. Sorry.
doors. That's where democracy dies.
The rod is in the judiciary right now. It's really bad in the judiciary.
That's what I mean.
The corruption runs deep, guys. The corruption runs deep, and it all set up by Trump from 2016 to 2020. He just corrupted everything he could corrupt. Because that's what he needed along the way to do the damage he's doing. He set it up well. He's one of the best he has pulled off the world's greatest con.
He has. He has. And it is an
that,
ongoing con. It doesn't stop.
But newsflash, this has been happening for a long time, just very slow creeping.
You know,
he had nothing to do with the, I mean, he's their little guy out front. Here, look at him. Look at him. He could fall tomorrow.
Reagan.
They don't care. They're setting everything in place without
you know
him.
What?
At the end of the day, he's the tumor, but the Republican Party is the cancer causing it.
There you go.
Well, you know what? I really wonder, I might have posed this question before, but I wonder how many people really realize how close we are to losing our democracy. I can't stress enough.
I
sure,
don't
John,
think
you
enough
can.
people realize it.
Right.
He's not stopping.
1%.
Well, they have to realize, sit down and vote. Because I'm going to tell you something. If we lose our democracy, I don't want to hear these people bitch and complain, oh, I lost my life.
Oh, don't worry. If we lose democracy, you won't hear shit.
Yeah.
That business will be silenced, including my voice. You know, this morning...
well, if you don't vote, don't gripe.
If you don't
Simple.
vote,
That's right.
you're going to quiet everybody's
Don't
voice.
gripe.
Today...
Yeah, talking about voting. I'm sorry. I just wanted to point out something that Mission Chick said. And I want to do it with respect to voting a straight ticket. If you vote a straight ticket in Michigan, you're going to miss two of the Democratic judges who are incumbents for the state Supreme Court who are running for re-election. But if you vote a straight blue ticket in Michigan, you miss voting for them.
No, they're nonpartisan, so you still vote for those.
That's not what it said on what I got when I got my voting for the my absentee ballot. It said to vote if you voted a straight ticket. It also told me to go vote for those judges. And there were other judges on there.
Well, I don't know how that works. I know over here in Pennsylvania, I don't know if it's a state by state thing, but we used to be able to just, you had the top of the ballot straight for Democrats, straight Republican. Then they decided to change it, and it's like you have to go down each candidate and mark whether you want a Republican or a Democrat. In other words, normally we used to be able to split our ballot. Now they don't have that straight party line anymore. So I don't know how that is in other states.
Well, we have a choice of splitting our ticket, or if we can do a straight ticket, but some things are nonpartisan, and the judges are nonpartisan. So you go in and you vote for those. It usually says vote for not more than 2, blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's exactly
that kind of crap.
That's exactly the way it happened on my ballot. The only ones on there in that position were school board members and stuff like that, where you hit a certain debar making line and you don't see the Republican Democrat. It's not and should not be that way. Anyway,
hey, Don, I just want to let you know Ed Beatty Jr. had his hand up.
Well,
I just want to also point out. I want to point out how the Republicans quite often. Would you all agree that Republicans shoot themselves in the foot quite often? Because the way that they are handling,
like every day.
Guys,
the way they're handling and their attitude,
all right, now we have 8 people
Ukraine,
in the room, so let's make sure that we give everybody their opportunity to talk, okay? And Ed, welcome to the room.
I'll finish this.
Yeah, go ahead,
Dave. All right. Now, Ukraine. They are negative against Ukraine. They don't want to help Ukraine. They want Russia. Do they not realize what Ukraine is and what the world's going to need in the future? Ukraine is Europe's food bowl. It's got the most
the wheat basket,
fertile agricultural land in the world.
Yeah.
Now, if that goes to Russia, and in 20 years' time we have a food crisis, who do you think is going to benefit from it?
worry.
Not.
Can I
right.
can I say something real quick?
Sure, go ahead.
There's another reason Russia wants the Ukraine, and it's not the food.
Okay.
One of the main reasons Russia, I think, is going into the Ukraine is because of the fact that it's basically sitting on one of the richest heavy metal deposits in the world outside of Afghanistan. They already tried taking Afghanistan and failed. They're behind in the technology market, they're behind in the semiconductor market, and they're behind in just about every measurable metric that matters. The reason they won't nuke the Ukraine is because radiation renders most heavy metals useless. They want the heavy metals. They want to subjugate Russia, and they want to. In about 50 years, Ukraine is going to be probably one of the richest countries in the world when electric vehicles become the norm, because a lot of the heavy metals they have there are required to make batteries that go in electric vehicles, as well as used in semiconductors and a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, I heard that too.
There was an article today that just came out that Oxford University has discovered a way by using phosphorus to combine with the other ingredients that are found in magnetic asteroids to create it synthetically without having to have the asteroids, which will give them unlimited resources for creating batteries for electric cars.
But the thing is, you also got to realize Russia scientifically is about. One of the things that this war has shown us is that 90% of the idea that Russia is a technological powerhouse is the same as what was going on in Germany in World War II. We bought into the propaganda.
Yeah, but the thing about it, what's happened today is that it will take dependence away from Russia and China, where we get most of our rare earth metals from China right now for the use in batteries. That way we won't have to do that in the future.
And one of the other reasons I'm half convinced that the Russians backed the whole Taliban peace plan is because the Taliban being in charge of Afghanistan would have put a crink in just about any country's attempt to get to the heavy metals under there. Because the Taliban doesn't give a fuck about heavy metals. The Taliban is thinking short term because they're reactionary religious figures.
Right.
Which means that for the next 40 years, they're going to turn that entire place into an abattoir of death, and you're not going to be able to get to the lithium, the phosphorus, and all the other shit that's underneath Afghanistan. By the time the Afghanis realize what they missed out on, it's going to be too late for them to do anything about it.
Let me interrupt for just a minute while I send a thank you out. A thank you out to Let the Sun Shine Through. Came in with a $10 donation. Said, Blue Dot family, where one goes to hear the truth. The ones they can't handle. Laughing my ass off. They can't handle the truth, baby. They're too busy selling their shit over there. We prefer to seek a little bit of truth anyway.
Oh, and the kitten of good fortune says hello, John.
Thank you. Thank you. How is... God dog it. I'm sorry. Spot.
Spot.
Spot. I said it first. I remember.
He's doing quite well. The joke about the kitty of good fortune thing came from our D&D game because every time he pops up, want me to say hi to people in D&D.
Got that waving paw out there.
Yeah, every time he does that, we end up whoever rolls next in the session gets a nat 20. So it's kind of become a joke that he's the kitty of good fortune.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well,
What do you guys think of DeSantis playing this stupid game of these convicts who were allowed and told they could vote, that did vote, and 20 of them so far have been arrested, and he's saying he's going to arrest more, but yet they had permission. It's a stunt.
He's going
It
to.
is a stunt.
I think this
It's
is
exactly
going to
what it
backfire
is.
horribly.
It's a dog and pony show that he thinks is going, and it is. It's going to backfire on him because every one of those people,
lives.
they
The
didn't
thing
sneak
is
up. Go ahead.
One of the things about this, also from a legal perspective, I saw earlier, like this week, is that this may end up blowing a hole through the Republicans' entire immigration law plans for the next like 30 years.
Right.
Because he caused so much havoc with that plane full of people he sent to Martha's Vineyard.
But he gets he doesn't get many immigrants. He only gets 2 or 3 that come over the water. I mean, Texas is the one with the problem. He's working with Greg Abbott here.
From. And the thing is that he
stupid.
Beyond stupid, it may have just completely destroyed the Republicans' ability to even set up immigration policy.
Well, you know something too,
Can I please finish?
Hang on, guys.
But what's going on with this is by moving people around the way they're planning on for short-term gains through plane tickets and all this other stuff, that effectively gives them the foothold they need legally to apply for American citizenship without visas.
Yes, it does.
Well, did you see?
I like. Go on.
Did you see that in Florida now, the Latino community? Do you realize a good bit of them are wanting they're planning on voting for DeSantis? I can't figure that one out either. Come on now.
Yeah, it's a machismo thing.
Yeah.
They
We've got a new. Go on. Sorry, I thought you'd finished.
No, I was just going to say it's a machismo thing. Within the Latin American community, specifically the group of the Latino community, and this is something one of my actual Latino friends explained to me, is that there's a huge thing about machismo and appearing strong because of a lot of toxic masculinity within a lot of the culture, particularly within Cuban Americans that are just coming over.
Ah, that's what it is. My Cuban heritage breaks through occasionally. And it is a bit machismo. And I have a hard time handling it. Go ahead. Don't let me interrupt you.
And because he's being a giant, massive dick to people, that's making these people look at him and think he's strong. Because he's just like Trump, he's the weak man's idea of a strong man and the idiot's idea of a genius.
Right.
Cubans seem to be conservative in their voting sometimes. Why is that? Did you know?
Because back in the 60s and 70s, when Castro was taking over, the Republicans backed a plan that basically ended in the Bay of Pigs.
The Bay of Pigs. Okay, I remember that.
And they've blamed the Democrats ever since for failing to throw Castro out of power.
Makes sense.
And on top of that, most of the immigrants we have here from the early days of Cuban exile were the richest people who could afford to grab their shit and run before Castro took power.
Yeah, money talks.
Yes, they're voting with their class. They still see themselves as dispossessed billionaires, and they hope if they vote enough Republicans in, they'll eventually have to go back over there, kick Castro in the balls, and give them all their shit back.
Well, I'm going to go over there and buy myself a bunch of 1950s vintage cars, and I'm going to bring them over here, and I'm going to be very happy.
Well, if you get a 57 Bel Air, would you hand one of those over to me so I can turn it into a hybrid?
My cousin has one, and he wins auto shows all the time with it.
Hugs back to you, Paula.
Like a 1960s Cadillac myself.
Guys, did you hear the latest thing? That I don't know if you're getting it over there, but we had a chat show over here, and they were saying that since 1996, since 1996 to 2021, there's $8.5 trillion missing in unaccounted for money. It was allocated for projects and things, but nothing came out of those projects. In other words, they were given $10 billion for this project, but they're just turned into...
Somebody scammed some money?
$8.5 trillion.
Is that Australia?
No, America. In America.
I'm not too down, baby. I'm just...
Yeah.
That's a lot.
This is money that was openly awarded to people or organisations or departments to do jobs or do work or do whatever, and nothing came out of it.
Oh,
you didn't get a stapler
down
out of
the
it.
row is hard. Accountability is you go down from the top. You frequently find breaks there where people can't find anything that's going on with the group below them that's supposed to be the one they gave the money to. That's frequent in the United States. It's very big.
John wants to break in with another breaking news. Burt Popcorn came in with a $2 donation. Thank you very much, Burt Popcorn. Please continue to your.
And welcome,
and,
Bird.
I like that.
welcome.
On the
Welcome,
video
Bird
game
Popcorn.
news,
He's new to our family.
Yes, I've never seen that one before. So yes, welcome to the family.
Popcorn?
Burnt popcorn.
I love popcorn, but I burned it a time or two, but for the most part, I don't
Don't
like
like-
burn.
Quick,
Oh,
Ed
and,
Baby Junior, jump in.
and John,
I
Yes.
smoke detector
Asgard.
beat buzzes.
one of the other things also, my birthday is this month, and I bought myself a little gift I've been having a lot of fun with.
Outstanding. Happy birthday, bub.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
myself.
Thank you.
I got myself the entire original Final Fantasy collection, 1 through 6,
Oh.
That's what's up. That's
Okay.
what's up.
For you.
and
Happy
I
birthday,
also
Asgard.
thank you. And I also got myself a game called Holdfast, which is a Napoleonic World War Napoleonic shooter set during the campaigns of Britain, France, and everything during the Napoleonic Wars.
Outstanding.
Hey, guys, what did you think of Ted Cruz being booed at the Yankee
I
Stadium?
loved it, Dave. Thank you.
Oh, I loved
he
that.
got
That,
booed?
that made
Thank
my
you.
heart happy.
Jesus.
That made
Oh,
my
he got
heart
booed
happy.
All right,
and
all right.
abused.
You know, here's
I love
you know
the
what I
man
would
standing
like.
up saying, "You got an ugly wife." You got an ugly wife.
Well,
Yep.
Add something.
You know, honestly, he should just be happy he didn't go to Philadelphia. He'd have got batteries thrown at his ass.
Oh yeah.
Probably.
Can I say something? Add something. I mean,
Go
if
ahead,
you, I mean, I wish the Yankee fans pelted Cruz. I mean, with soda cups and peanut shells. I mean, that would have been wonderful.
I did enjoy.
Yeah,
I
I
did
mean-
enjoy how the crowd reacted to him being there, because they just let him know what we all think about his ass anyway. You know, he's a.
I just
But he
got this
smiled.
mental image of
Composure
Ted
here,
smiled.
baby. That's what I'm trying to do, huh? Go ahead.
I just got
He
this mental
smiled.
image. I just got this mental image of Ted Cruz walking out of the Philadelphia stadium, more colors than a pack of Skittles, because the entire stadium just started chucking D batteries at him.
That would be a colorful picture to see. Anyway,
Yep.
Just Coggins came in with a $1 donation. Just thank you very much. We appreciate it tremendously. Anything here? Anything about what's going on in politics? Anything? I
On
just wondered.
politics? You want
Yeah.
to go back to politics?
Well,
Jeez.
hey, we know
I
about
don't know.
Margie
I've lost
Margie
control
Taylor
of
Greene
this whole
getting
fucking game
180,000.
Huh?
Margie Taylor Greene, $180,000. Buchanan, $2.3 million, and they're saying don't forgive the student loans, but we got a free $2.3 million. Yeah,
Look at how many of them got
and,
PPP loans for their businesses, and was forgiven.
Did
Wish
you
that
guys
was-
did you guys see the response that Biden gave to that?
No.
yeah, socialist Republicans.
What was
Yeah.
it?
He
Yeah.
basically raked him over the coals for taking millions while yelling at Americans for getting
For getting
$20,000.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
at the end of that was the best part. He literally just stated, "Who the fuck do these people think they are?"
Yes.
Exactly.
They're socialist. Republicans and socialist.
No,
Kids.
Republicans are communists if they're anything.
Oh, is it communist?
That's right.
Okay, but they're still getting
Yeah,
free money
very
like the
much.
socialists would have.
Because socialists would give money to poor people. Communists just give money to their friends.
Well, fascists then. I would go one step
Don't
above
forget,
that and say
Biden
fascist.
gave money to people in Florida during Ian.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear about the plumber who found $600,000 in the wall of that church in Houston? What's that guy's
I
name?
didn't
Joel
That was
Osteen.
Yeah, I heard
Bernstein,
That was
whatever his
last
name,
year.
Osteen or something.
Joel
He had a plumber
Osteen.
working on some pipes, and he found $600 when he broke the wall up. It was $600,000 stashed in a little cubby back there.
Wouldn't that be nice?
So
How much
got
do you
That
want
was
to bet that's
that was
his
last year.
emergency
That was
tax
last
fund?
year.
Well, that's
That was
probably
last
his
year, guys.
emergency fleet of Mexico fund.
well, who got to keep it? Did the church get it all, or did the guy get it?
It
No,
didn't say. It
he
didn't
got-
say where it went.
the guy got it. The guy
The
got it
point
back.
was that with all
but
the PP
he-
loans, the point was the church got PP loans for some unbelievable amount, and here they had
Yeah.
$600 stashed back in the wall, and that was about the PP loans. That's where I remembered it.
It went to
God,
court,
I wish
guys, and it went to court. And he won the money back. It was
Oh,
supposedly put there for safekeeping. Okay, he just got the right
Safekeeping
judge.
my
That's
ass.
all. He got the right
Can I have
judge.
600 for safekeeping? Jeez.
I hope that happens to
Um,
me. I'm
Man.
still
Oh, Jesus, I just ate a bayonet.
But the amount of bullshit that's coming out of the Democrats have to be waking up and saying this has got to be a laugh. I mean, even some of the Republicans are now ditching him. I mean, Trump's name is dirt. It is acid. If you bring his name up in many of your speeches, I think you lose more than you gain.
I
well,
think
you know what
I think
scares
it's
me.
This might make you guys happy. Apparently, breaking news: Marjorie Taylor Greene just lost $41,000 of an investment she put into Truth Social.
Good.
well,
good
that
for
is
her.
just brightens
More
my
power to them.
fucking day. Then
Well, John, you know what?
what?
What scares me is if they take Social Security and Medicare away, I'm fucked.
So am I.
We're all
So am
fucked,
I.
If they
right?
take Social Security and Medicare away, they're gonna have a fucking
You're on the street.
revolution.
They will,
I hope so.
because I'll go down to Washington.
Because there's
Well,
one
I'll
thing
be up there
that's
too with you,
scariest,
John.
and I can tell you this from personal experience. The scariest thing in the world is an old person who served in the army who no longer gives fucks.
Yeah.
Would that be
Yeah, at our
you?
age, how long can they put us in jail? Right?
Well,
I mean, what are they going to do to an
an
87-year-old? Stick them in jail until they die in 6 months?
I'm
That asshole
only,
has no
Um,
problem shooting someone.
I'm only 4 hours
Let's-
away from Washington, D.C. If I have to go down, I'll go down.
Well, John, I have something that'll make your day too. The Alaska
pray tell
Republican
would that
Party
be?
censured Mitch McConnell today.
I'm sorry. Say again, DJ.
The Alaskan Republican Party censured Mitch McConnell today.
Oh, good for them.
On what occasion?
Uh,
What's the occasion?
I just saw the headline. I did not read the
Oh.
article, but it said that they censored him, I think, because of some of the policies and some of the things he's advocating. They said he could no longer represent them.
That's cool.
Isn't it strange?
Well,
You have a win, then you have a lose.
Wonder if that'd do.
Because Murkowski
You
voted
have a win and a
to
lose.
the.
You have a win and a lose. Sorry, John.
No, that's all right.
No, go. Do it.
I would.
But
I lost
I'm just saying that Thomas gives off, let's what's his name off the hook for testifying, and it works out in the other way. I mean, it's one day you have a win for the Democrats, next day it's a lose for Democrats. I mean, this Thomas guy giving Lindsey Graham the free run not to testify, that's not right. Something's not right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely wrong.
It is wrong, isn't it? It is wrong. I
Yes, it
felt
is.
when I heard that.
Can I jump in for real quick? It's for his support of
Yeah.
Murkowski. You're right, John.
What's that? I'm sorry.
You're right, John. It was for his support of Murkowski. That's why they censored
That's
him.
what I figured. It was because Murkowski supported the impeachment. She's the only one left. The rest of them are all fucking gone. Which tells
Yeah.
you the power of Donnie. You know what I was going to mention earlier? If I was going to try to slip
It's a
aside,
cult, John. It's a cult.
it is a cult. I'm up to chapter 5 in my new book, The Trump Tapes. Bob Woodward's new book, The Trump Tapes, and it is. I've listened to 4 full chapters. I'm just entering into chapter 5, or what they call tract 5, and today was the first day it came out. And boy, howdy shit. You know, I thought about checking out to see if I could play this audio book within our Discord room. I don't know if that's legal or not. I told Travis to find out.
Did you buy it with a credit, John? Because I don't have any credits left, and it's $47 if you don't have a credit.
$47.
That
Yeah,
would be
so
a
I said,
no,
okay,
John.
I'm
I
not
paid
buying that
20
till next
bucks.
month.
I paid 20 bucks.
I know the rule there, John.
Apple
I know
Book.
the rule what you can do.
Do you?
I know the rule. Yeah, what you can run up to 60 seconds at a time, meaning that you can
Alright.
say, look,
Okay.
here's a sample of the book. So you can run highlights during your show, but you can't run like 90 seconds. You know, I mean, we're pushing
Right.
it, but you can run the
Right.
60. You know,
I
that
was wondering how
as a
that is.
clip.
How
Because
long
Yeah,
do you have
you
to
can
wait
run
in
clip.
between segments?
the whole book,
How long would
It
you have
might
to
be
wait?
90 seconds. It
Is-
might be 90 seconds, but you just can't do a big,
that's a
long
lot.
thing on it.
90
You can
seconds
talk
is a lot.
about it.
60 seconds is a lot. You know, 30
Yeah, you
seconds
pay
is quite a
for it.
bit.
Talk
You
about
could,
it all you want.
well, I'm listening to it having to back up a few minutes, a couple times, because Bob Woodward makes it plain at the beginning of the book that it's difficult to listen to him because he does go off on tangents with almost every fucking subject that you're talking about. He's halfway through the answer when he darts off this way and darts off over that way and talking to somebody over here, and it's all a bunch of bullshit that says nothing, and it's very difficult to keep following, and because it is just the pure recordings. You hear background noise. I heard Mike Pence in the room, and what's her name, Kellyanne Conjob was in there. You could hear her talking and other people in the room.
I really feel sorry for that lady's daughter.
Kellyanne's daughter?
Yeah.
I feel sorry for her husband. You shit.
Yeah, her husband.
I don't.
Sex must be amazing.
Must be a masochist. I don't know.
Man should watch the
it's
Michael
strange.
Flynn documentary.
Politics makes for strange bedfellows. You know.
John?
Yes.
In the book, have you gotten to the part where Woodward, I don't know if he talks about it in the book, but there's an article where Woodward says that he saw something. Trump, when he was doing these interviews, he saw something in Trump that he'd never seen in 10 American presidents that he's covered. And he said that was that Donald Trump went by his instinct in governing.
Yes.
He didn't go by
Not
facts.
just by governing, by
By what
everything.
people told him.
He forms
And by instincts, he really meant racism.
Well,
he
he
meant
said,
a lot of
probably,
things.
but he said he relied more on personal instinct than any
Than
other
any
president.
other thing, including intelligence information or other kind of knowledge that the government put forth to him. He went all by his gut. That's how come he knew Kim Jong-un and him were going to be such good buddies. You know, because he said right there, you know, sometimes you can look at somebody in the eye, you know, like when you meet a woman and you can look at her in that first 10 seconds, you know if things are going to happen or not.
Yeah,
because you
I
have that
reckon they've done
connection
it.
right there. And that's how he's describing
They've
Kim
done
Jong-un. Well, we had that connection. Just like if I wanted to poke that girl over there and she just gave me that little eyeball, you know, in a heartbeat, that's the way he's fucking describing it. It's disgusting.
Well, Kim Jong-il was considered stupid by the CIA, and Trump said he was smart.
Yeah, Trump backed him up. The CIA said, yes, he's basically this, that, and the other, but he concluded he's stupid. Or you shouldn't. You should hear him when he's bragging about how he gifted the words "Little Rocket Man," although he didn't like the little part. I heard you say "Little Rocket Man." Oh, well, just be thankful I gave you the Rocket Man part. You're famous. It's all because of him that Kim Jong-un became famous for. And no matter what the fuck it is that you're talking about, it's all great because Donald Trump made it that way. Every fucking thing that comes out of his mouth is a praise to himself. Not this country. He could give two shits for this country. It's how.
You gotta remind me of that.
Huh?
You gotta remind me of that, John. I keep forgetting.
Forgetting what?
The Woodward's assistant, Claire McCullen.
Keeps making everything.
Claire McCullen, who's Woodward's assistant, said that Trump, in one part, referred to himself 100 times, based on what he knows.
I think I would.
See, John.
Go ahead.
And John, you thought I was bad.
We all know he's a narcissist. I mean, come on.
Yes, that's exactly right, love. He's certainly into self-gratification, isn't he?
And I wouldn't call it instinct. I'd call it's based on whatever his image is. He's all about what is my image? How do I look? Period.
Oh.
You know, normally the stuff Trump does, doing that in public, gets you in jail.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, he's above all that, you know.
Well, it's that whole money thing again.
Well, the world wonders. Is Donald Trump above the law? We act up. In all fairness, we can ask that question, considering how many people have been jailed for what they've been jailed for, and what this bastard has done. We have to ask that question. And overseas, is that man above the law?
Let's be honest here. Since 1979, we've basically created a new class of nobility in this country that is above the law.
Yes, that's the word, nobility.
I agree.
The only difference between the CEOs in this country and the earls that were subjugating and enslaving people under colonial rule is the fact that they don't have the title or the fancy fucking house.
Exactly. And then in St.
Oh, they
Louis,
don't have the title.
the
Well, they
Bush
do have the
family's
fancy
son-
fucking house.
Well, I was
Yeah.
talking more about the castle.
Well,
Well, the Bushes have a fancy house in St. Louis. Their son murdered a guy in his room in that house. He got off scot-free.
That doesn't surprise me.
okay.
Such is the life of the rich and powerful, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the rich and
We
famous.
don't live in that world.
scandalous.
so
The rich and scandalous.
if you get 4 months jail sentence from some judge, believe me, the bailiff's going to come over and grab your ass and tear you out the room. You're not going to go off. on appeal.
Exactly.
Well,
This
and
is a
meanwhile, the
different
J6
case.
committee is not done. They just heard from Hope Hicks today.
Oh,
Oh,
crap.
pray tell, really?
Who, from
I do
whom?
believe
missed
so,
that.
yeah.
Ah, well, that'll
So
be
they're
Who
still-
was it? I missed that that
They're
name.
still interviewing people, so I mean,
I don't think they're
there's-
done. They didn't say anything about this being the last committee meeting.
No,
I don't- they're not. They haven't, finalized anything yet. They
Right.
put out a subpoena.
I mean,
They're
we know
done.
that they talked to Clarence Thomas's wife, right?
Yes.
We haven't heard
Yes.
any of
Thomas
that
already.
yet.
Yes.
Was
we haven't
that
heard-
under oath? Was that
Yes,
under oath?
that was under oath. Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
It was in. It was behind closed doors. But yes, she
That's
testified.
yeah. It was very strange.
Locked herself into that shit, and it's disgusting that we even have to have a Supreme Court justice's wife involved in this shit to begin with. It's disgusting.
Yeah,
John?
he should accuse
Yes,
himself,
dear.
but he won't do that.
Do you think you can squeeze one more in, or is there too much up here?
Oh no, baby.
Oh,
Tina's got her
I'm
hand
back
up
out.
down there.
Go ahead, put Tina in.
No,
I'll
no,
go back
no,
out.
no, Odysseus, please stay. Hi,
Sure.
Tina.
Tina.
Howdy, Tina.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Whoa. There's a lot of things on here.
Tina, you're muted up, baby.
Oh,
Yay.
and just a heads up, guys. If you hear me randomly uttering things, I'm fighting in a line formation in this Napoleonic shooter. While I'm
Well, do
talking
what
to
you
you.
gotta do,
Oh.
Asgard.
Yeah, do it. Shoot who you got to shoot, because we are the only living things on this planet that plans and designs things to kill each
Not
other better,
surprising.
faster, quicker, and cheaper.
Hey, you
this
do a
is just
damn
one of my
good job
guilty
of it,
pleasures.
Dave. And we're not done yet. We're trying to figure out new ways to kill each other. Shit, there's got to be a better way. Leaving all these dead
Yeah.
bodies around like that.
Yeah.
Hell, don't they have
But-
something to vacuum that shit up into?
But you guys have seen like Napoleonic era movies where they do like line formations of like 300 men, and they all march in the box, and then they do the present arms, and then they fire volleys.
Right.
That's actually how you have to fight in this game, because you're using muskets and everything is inaccurate as crap.
That's how they fought in the Civil War, too.
Yeah. The only
So what-
reason I play this game is because it has one of my favorite historical units in it. Well, two of them. The 95th Rifles and the Gordon Highlanders.
Oh.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Okay, well, go shoot some people, man.
Yeah.
Go shoot some
I hope you
people.
win the war, buddy.
What you got,
Hey.
Tina?
We need a win on our side, so get out there and do the best, buddy.
Make
Well,
sure
right
you hit the
now,
ones with
my,
the big R. The big R's on their chest.
Hi, Tina.
Yeah.
Hi, John. How are you?
I am doing fine, dear. How are you?
Hey, I didn't like hearing about your mishap this morning. Please take
Oh,
care.
what
of it.
happened?
darling, it's still, yeah, I still feel it in my chest. I am. It's
What
been a rough
happened?
day all day
Crazy.
just trying to breathe. And
Let me-
so,
What happened, John?
Can
happened?
can I ask a question before you tell?
Sure.
Please?
sure.
So, I was reading. I'd like, if you would give me permission, I would like to read a portion of Charlie Chaplin. I don't know if you guys know Charlie Chaplin. I'd like to read a
course.
portion of his
Yes.
speech. And the speech is from 1940. Of course, you know that was when we were in World War II, and when we
And
were
he was
fighting.
producing The Dictator as well.
Yes, and
Hang on, let her finish.
we were fighting fascism, and we were fighting fascism from both sides of the ends of the spectrum. In terms of, you had Mussolini on one side and you had Hitler on the other. And I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I would really hope that maybe a few people might be inspired to actually go and listen to it. It's even on YouTube, but I'd just like to read this part.
Go ahead.
It's just the one part because it's all 5 minutes.
Go ahead.
Those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, And the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourself to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourself to these unnatural men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines. You are not cattle. You are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate. Only the unloved hate. The unloved and the unnatural soldiers don't fight for slavery. Fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke, it is written, the kingdom of God is within man. Not one man, nor a group of men, but in all men. In you, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then, in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future, and old age a security. By the promises of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will.
Have you ever watched The Dictator? Have you ever watched The Dictator by Charlie Chaplin?
Mm-hmm.
That's where I got it from.
That's the famous speech.
Yeah.
It's a very powerful speech. Thank you, Tina, because it is, and I love the way you read it. You read it with passion.
Yes.
I feel
so thank you.
Yes.
That's it is. It's meant to be felt because it speaks
Not to
the
bring
truth.
anybody down, but I have one thing, and that is those of us who are here are going to suffer till those others come along and throw the dictator over.
And this is actually one of the.
You haven't got one. You haven't got a dictator yet, guys. You haven't got one yet, okay? Don't give up.
One thing I've always been a believer in is the idea that the thing about evil and the thing about dictators and those who take power through artificial means and through lies,
I'll get this.
it's just like the Empire in Star Wars. It's that old quote from Princess Leia: the tighter you close your fist, the more planets slip through your grasp.
No, that was about the Empire, right?
Yes.
Yep.
When she was speaking to a Target.
Yeah.
After he captures her, and it's one of the most true to life statements I've ever heard, because the big thing people seem to miss about dictators, empires, and all of and imperial power in and of itself is that it's arrogant. If you want to watch the best example of this I've ever seen on TV, it's actually on a Star Wars show. And it's that new show Andor that just came out. That follows Cassian Andor during the beginning of the rebellion. And it shows that the greatest weakness the Empire has, and that every dictator or empire has, is their arrogance.
So like what
Donnie
had. Trump could solve all this problem right now. He could end America's pain. He could take America down 10 degrees straight away if he just turns around and says, look, okay, I'm guilty. I was naughty. I'd done the wrong thing. Mr. Biden, will you give me a pardon? And I'm sure Mr. Biden will give him a pardon.
Love and light, baby. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, guys, can I bring up something
I think you noticed a little something.
About the Supreme Court? There is called U.S. Code 455, disqualification of justice, judge, or magistrate court. And this was applied to the Supreme Court today by a legal expert. That's the only reason I'm bringing it up. And I'm going to go down and just jump to one section. It says that a judge has to disqualify himself. Here, if he has a spouse or a person who is known by the judge to have an interest that could be substantially affected by the outcome of the proceeding. They use this in a legal thing against Trump today. I mean, it wasn't that somebody went after him because of it, but there was an opinion said they should use it on him. Not Trump, Clarence Thomas. They said they should go out and use it on him because he's violated that particular disqualification law.
There you
That's
go.
all.
There you go. Well,
Thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up before the show's end, please.
Yeah.
Let's get
Let's
get 100 thumbs up.
I like
If I had to
sharing
do over again, I'd be a lawyer. I tell you, I'm learning a whole lot here.
There you go.
Thanks, guys.
Missed your calling,
Thanks,
my
guys.
buddy, but that's all right. Still use your voice right up to. Yeah, we ain't calling yet. Anyway, I'm going to call it an evening. I want to thank everybody for coming in and joining us tonight. The conversation was definitely lively, and I appreciate that. Whoo, boy, howdy shit.
Well,
Johnny Fly, thank you very
Yeah.
much, brother. We appreciate you coming in.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. You bet. Enjoyed it. Asgard,
Yep.
thank you, brother, for coming in. We enjoyed the conversation.
Oh, I'm glad to
we
be
haven't
here.
seen.
Thank you for...
I think you and DJ need to hook up. He's been trying to get hold of you. I think.
Really? Why?
I'm worried about you. I thought you were sick or something.
Oh, no, I've just, my sleep schedule isn't so much of a schedule as kind of free form at this point.
Circadian rhythm.
What is that?
No,
haven't
I
had much of
sleep.
that
The
here
problem
lately.
is after all of the time I spend in the Army working random ass shifts, I don't really have so much as a circadian rhythm now as I just kind of have a interpretive dance of sleep at this point.
that's partly being a gamer though too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Probably true. I don't play, but it's
My
probably
son's
true.
the same.
Anyway.
My son's the same. He's got his body clock's all over the place.
I gotta go. My son's calling.
Oh, Miss Chick, thank you
Well,
very
have a
much,
good one.
baby, for
You
coming
guys
in.
take care.
You bet.
Good
You
night,
too.
everybody.
Thank you, baby.
Right on, Jason.
Night.
All right.
Good night,
Ed.
love.
Ed, thank you for coming in. We appreciate it. Are you still with us,
Yes,
Ed?
John. It's great to be back.
Outstanding. Glad to
It's
have
great
you.
to be back, John. It's great to be
Well,
back.
we enjoyed having you, brother. Thank you for coming in and joining us. And DJ,
Did you?
Thank you, sir. I have to say one thing so I don't get in trouble.
what's that?
Today is my 37th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
Oh, congrats.
Happy
Happy
anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I hope y'all have a wonderful evening. What the hell are you doing in here listening to us?
Really?
Oh, I've already
You should
had,
have
you know
fucking
what,
dinner
today
done
earlier.
in a
so I'm
rose in your
satisfied.
teeth. Anyway.
No. It's supposed to
Hey,
be
we've already
tangling or
had the,
something.
what do you call it, amore for the day, so we're
Oh,
all
well,
okay.
there you go. Who makes the day go by a little bit better. And
Oh, yeah.
anyway, miss you, Chick.
Yes.
Thank
Jeff.
you so much, darling, for coming in and joining. Thank you for coming in so early. I was
You're
having a hard
welcome.
time breathing, baby, so I appreciate you jumping in and giving us a hand.
Yep.
You
Don't
were,
forget
John.
to like, share, and subscribe out there. Thumbs up.
Outstanding. Give us a thumbs up.
You
We
sound
need
a
it,
lot
baby.
better.
Thank you. And Aussie Dave, always pleasure, buddy. Thank you for coming in and joining the conversation.
My pleasure, mate.
Always-
And next
always.
time you drink that coffee in the morning, mate. That coffee in
Yeah.
the morning. You
Little
should never
sip.
chew coffee.
No,
you drink
you know,
it.
try
You
not
don't
to
chew
breathe
it.
it either would be
Apparently,
helpful.
you've never had Army coffee before.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, you chew that, I believe. Yes.
keep
But
it
thanks
out.
for having me, guys.
Keep it out of your lungs, and most of us will be fine. But Ozzy, thank you again for coming in. We enjoyed it tremendously. Anytime you come in, another conversation can take a good turn. Thank you.
Thank you.
And to all our Blue Dots on YouTube and on Facebook, and I terribly apologize that I was not being able to see any of the Facebook comments on my, I'm going to have to get Travis in here to check my restream out to see why we weren't getting those messages. I'll look at them on my Facebook, but thank you so much for being a member of this family. Thank you for being a Blue Dot. Thank you for everything you put into this. We're within just a couple of weeks of seeing this thing go through. It ain't going to stop then. There's going to be a whole lot more shit afterwards, but we got to get the numbers out. It's all about the numbers, baby. So thank you if you have voted. If you ain't voted yet, get your ass out there. If you're mail in, get that done, FT, whatever. But
Row that vote.
that's right. Row that vote, whatever it takes. Get out there and do it, baby. And
John?
And don't be scared. Don't
Yeah.
be intimidated, guys. Don't be intimidated. Because if they
That's
touch
right.
you and lay one hand on you, their ass is grass. That's assault.
There you
So
go.
don't be intimidated,
oh yeah,
guys.
don't let anybody intimidate your ass. No,
Are we gonna
baby.
meet
Stand up
election
proud.
night?
If you're going to do it that way, don't put yourself in danger, which I don't think you will be if they'd be an idiot to do anything. Ignore the fuck out of them. Look at them and smile if they're there, and then call the police and tell them it's harassment. Anyway,
Yep.
take care of yourself. We'll be back here Thursday night for another Blue Dot family meeting, so please come by and join us. But until then, keep a smile on your face, baby. Try to keep that smile going. every day between now and November 8th, baby. Put that smile on there. And somebody say, hey, what are you smiling about? Because the Democrats are going to make a sweep and our country's going to get better. That's why. Anyway, I love you. Y'all say goodnight.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody, and we'll see y'all on Thursday. Take care of yourself, baby.